I wrote this, and the good thing about the internet is it's really great. Back in the old days, you'd get there, and, you know, I wasn't there, but, you know, Will Rogers would get done with his article, he'd type it out, he'd write it out whatever he could, and then he'd get to the telegraph office and have someone get there, and then what he would do is he'd send it via telegraph to take whatever. Nowadays, you can just do an article, and boom, press the button, and you're off to go, and it can go. And by the way, if it's wrong, you're in trouble. Anyway, here we go. I started this one, this is for today. Well, now anyhow, by the time you read this little article, I'll be on the way back to Arizona. My stay in Dodge City was quite a memorable moment in the scribblings of my journal. Now, what you folks gave to me far surpassed what I expected to get from any town. Although I gave you a show and, you know, or two or three, I still feel as though I didn't quite equal the hospitality that you gave me. So, I'm leaving you folks with one of my plans. All right, I call this the Dodge City Trail of Fame Friend Raiser Plan. Need to shorten that. That's an editor's job. All right, now, here we go. Now, see, if you beg enough, you can get money from almost anybody. See, look at politicians. That has to be the worst return on your investment dollar that you can ever get, and yet they manage to get a few $100 million together for a contest where only one person wins. We're still looking for the winner in our current president. Okay, anyhow, that's why I call my plan the Friend Raiser Plan. It is much easier to get money from your friends, and in most cases, you won't have to pay it back. Or should I say, you just won't get it back. So my plan for Dodge City Trail of Fame is to get Jim Johnson, and it's Johnson, right? Good. Anyway, don't want to get it wrong. Jim Johnson and the folks who help him out at the trail, a little money and support. Number one, the support. It seems that we have plenty of support for what he does. He has the Globe newspaper, you folks are here, and he has the city politicians. Is there a politician out here tonight from this city? Please raise your hand. Okay, make a note, get Jim's support. Okay, now, we did have a fine audience and you showed up. It's a visual. Number two, the money. Dodge City has some deep roots here. Of course, if they didn't have deep roots, they'd probably blow away because of that darn wind. Dodge City makes Chicago look like the slightly breezy city. And while I'm off on a tangent, on a windy day here, you could strap your child into a car seat and let Mother Nature rock him to sleep. I understand a lot more about this town. I think the reason that some people don't get the beauty and the history of this town is that it's so windy here they can't help but keep their head down. It keeps their hat on. Hence, not being able to see the trees through the forest. I think the best idea to raise money for this little cause, the trail, is that every time, this is the plan, every time you leave town or talk to someone that's an out-of-towner, and you talk about the fact that, yes, you proudly live in Dodge City, and yes, it's the same one from the TV series called Gunsmoke, you have to put $1 in a piggy bank. And every month you send that to the trail folks. It's kind of like a royalty. That should, number one, make you realize how much you appreciate your home and your roots. And number two, it'll get some money for the folks that don't get paid to do this at the trail and do it for the love of your city that you live in. Well, that's it. I sure hope that everyone gets to see this plan in the Daily Globe. Wink, wink, nod, nod. P.S. About that dirt track. I understand it's almost always windy here in Dodge City. I'm convinced the folks that want a dirt track are out-of-towners.